Our next step focuses on certain things you must do while you are abroad. If you have not done so already, now is a good time to pause and write down any questions that you may have at this point. We will answer your questions during the in-person orientation meeting. By the time you are away from Stillwater, you should be enrolled in OSU placeholder hours as detailed in a previous video. However, you may not actually have enrolled in classes at your host institution yet. Every university has different procedures on how to register for classes. When registering for courses at your host institution, refer to your course equivalency form, which will be available on your online application, so that you can see how classes will count at OSU and make the best decisions for you. If you need additional courses evaluated at that time, please email the Student Exchange Coordinator with a course code and a course description. The coordinator will work with your academic advisor to determine course equivalency and get back to you as soon as possible. Remember that students participating in a semester or year-long reciprocal exchange program must be enrolled in what equates to at least 12 OSU credit hours at their host university each semester. Please work with the Student Exchange Coordinator to ensure compliance. Next is a very important and mandatory step, and this is filling out the enrollment verification. This form will be emailed to you once you arrive in your host destination country, so please make sure to continue to check your OKState email. Those in reciprocal exchange, affiliated approved, or direct enroll programs must fill out the form and return it to the study abroad office within the 5 days of the beginning of your classes at your host institution. National Student Exchange students, on the other hand, must submit their enrollment verification immediately after their host university's enrollment closes. The office will accept it via email, upload to your portal, or fax, as indicated on the form. This screen gives instructions on how to fill out the form. Please remember that the enrollment verification form is mandatory. The release of your financial aid on scholarships depends on your submission. The number of placeholder hours and, potentially, the price of your tuition will also be adjusted based on this form. Please pay your bursar bill when you first see it. However, know that this form may result in a refund or additional costs for additional credit hours you may take. This form also keeps your advisor informed about what you are taking, which will then help you plan for next semester or even graduation. If this form is not received, you potentially may not receive credit for the courses you took abroad. Once the enrollment verification is received and processed, you, your primary academic advisor, and a financial aid counselor will receive a memorandum, which will confirm what the courses you are taking will count as at OSU. This will be known as your final schedule of record for that semester. Remember that how many credit hours you are taking and how the courses count towards your degree will impact the amount of aid you get. Study abroad students are able to add and drop courses at your host institution for up to 6 weeks from the first day of your host university's classes by using this form, which can be found on the online application system. This form does not apply to National Student Exchange students. Your host institution may have different rules about adding and dropping courses, however, so please check with them first. You only need to submit the add-drop notification form to the Study Abroad office if you are adjusting a previously submitted enrollment verification form. If you're not adding or dropping any course, you may select Does Not Apply so that you will stop receiving the automatic email reminders. Like the enrollment verification form, this add-drop notification requires a signature from your host institution coordinator. More information about other credit considerations can be found in the credit posting guidelines, which is available for review on the online application system. Note, please remember that going under a certain amount of hours may restrict your scholarships and financial aid. Finally, for reciprocal exchange and National Student Exchange Plan B students who pay tuition to OSU, it is possible to request block tuition waivers. This screen details how it may benefit and how you can go about applying for one.